So I'm going to show you how to put a knot in the end of your thread. Sometimes putting a knot in your thread can be a bit controversial in the embroidery and cross stitch world. If you train professionally, like when I trained, you're taught not to put a knot in the thread, and that is mainly because if you put a knot in it, it's not going to sit quite flat, so you're going to have a tiny little bulge on the back. However, my hoop kits are designed to keep them within the hoop, so that doesn't really matter, and I think it can just make it a little bit easier for you. So you can just skip putting a knot in the end and just kind of hold a little bit of thread back when you start your stitching, or you can put a knot in your thread. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to show you how to do a knot now. So what you want to do is you want to place the end of your thread over your finger. You want to place your needle on top, and then you want to grab the working end of the thread, so not the little tail bit, the bit that's active that you're going to be stitching with, and you want to wrap it around your needle. So the more times you wrap it, the bigger your knot is going to be. So for example, if you did this with your beading needle and beading thread, I would suggest wrapping it around maybe 6 times because the thread is so thin. 2 or 3 times should be sufficient for stranded cotton or crewel wool or any of the other threads that I've supplied for you. What you then want to do is you want to pinch those little loops that you've made around your needle with your finger and your thumb, and then you want to push your needle through like this. So as if you were doing a stitch, you just want to pull, pull, pull until you feel it stop. And when you feel it stop, you should now have a knot in the end of your thread, and that will hold your thread in place when you start stitching.